Darrell Waltrip, a hand in the air, a wave to the crowd. What a Hollywood ending.
Dang, I love it. And Earnhardt loses it, goes on the grass, comes back. Incredible.
Wallace comes down low again. He puts the tire. Waltrip spins it backwards across the grass as they come to the white flag.
The tempers are hot when there's that much money on the line.
It'll be the finish. Everybody was waiting for it. They crash past the finish line.
Dale Earnhardt for his third victory in the Winston.
No way.
Jeff Gordon becomes the latest winner of the Winston Select.
Dale Earnhardt Jr. in his rookie season takes home the top prize.
Trouble. Jimmy Johnson wins the Nextel All-Star Challenge. It'll be an all-star night to remember.
You just have the feeling we're about 3 hours away from another one of those moments. They've brought back the 10-lap shootout to finish off the All-Star race, and that usually ends in fireworks, and I don't mean the post-race kind. Here is the starting lineup. 35 cars will start the sprint showdown. Shelmerdine and Long both will go to the rear. Damage to Shelmerdine's car and a change on Long, so that puts Stremme and Blaney on the front row.
Mike, definitely one of the biggest fields that I think that we've ever had in a showdown.
So big that NASCAR's entry blank only accommodated 33 cars. So they had to add 2 positions. 35 showed up.
What do you say we get a hold of our favorite Aussie that's in the race tonight?
Marcos Ambrose, it's DW up in the booth here. Buddy, got a copy?
Yeah, I sure do. Thank you.
Buddy, did you put a little extra Vegemite on your sandwich before you got in that car tonight?
Tell you what, it's just going to be a crazy start of this race. We've got a lot of cars up the front there for the first time this year, and my boys are telling me that the car's really free. They're telling me to go 3 wide in the first corner, so I've got my belt tied, I know that. I'm not sure about the Vegemite, though.
Well, that's not a lot of good news, but here's some more good news for you. You got to finish first or second, buddy. So, you know, you can take no prisoners. You got to go hard.
Yeah, we sure do. My first year in the Cup Series. I don't expect to get voted in tonight, so we're going to race our way in. We've got a great chance. We've got a great car. We've had a great season so far. Just looking forward to making the most of it. Thank you.
All right, my friend. Good luck, and we'll be watching.
Marcus Ambrose will start.
Mate, thank you.
We'll start 12th.
Mate, I like that.
Want to win big tonight? Your chance to win 25 grand in cold, hard cash net coming up on Speed tonight with the NASCAR Sprint All-Star Race. Catch the race, catch the cash contest. Later on, we'll ask you 2 questions about the race. If you answer both correctly, you could win. Log on to speedtv.com, keyword All-Star to register and get ready to play.
Mike, I think the biggest unknown about this race, these guys only got an hour and 20-minute practice yesterday. They had the truck race. It rained on it today, and it's going to be fast, but it's an unknown about the conditions of the track.
All right, let's get late words from pit road and our NASCAR on Fox All-Star pit crew. Dick Berggren.
Well, 18-year-old Joey Logano has never won a Sprint Cup race, but that's okay because a dozen drivers took home their very first ever Sprint Cup trophy on All-Star night. He was fast last week at Darlington. He's been fast in practice. He starts in the 17th position. The kid could win it tonight, Matt Yoakum.
Dick, A.J. Allmendinger can tell you winning this event a year ago and transferring into the big show was like winning the Daytona 500. At the roller coaster year at that point, it gave him a huge boost that carried him through this year. He's hoping again, but like you mentioned, Mike Joy, a lot of questions coming into this race. A.J. really isn't quite sure what to expect, but his wife, she's had a T-shirt on Vote for A.J. just as a backup. His dog, in fact, even his dad, Greg, has a Vote for A.J. There's still time left to vote for A.J. to get in on the fan vote. Let's go down pit road to a guy who doesn't need a fan vote. He's in the big show, Carl Edwards.
And I'm standing here in the National Wild Turkey Federation pit of Martin Truex Jr. I can't hunt ducks, but I can hunt turkey. They're hunting a top 2 finish position. I talked to Kevin Mannion. He said, well, I asked him, are you going to pit? What are you going to do? And he wouldn't tell me. He said, Carl, what are you going to do? So I told him I'm going to watch these guys. They think they've got a good car. If they do have to pit, they have 3 of the 4 individual winners in the pit crew challenge. So they've got a fast pit crew if they do have to come on pit road. And that's all I got. Back to you, Mike Joy.
Thanks, Carl. Well, Truex has been quick here all weekend, so
he has, but you know,
shot.
Not a great pit selection though. He's pretty far back here in a pit on pit road. So, Larry, you think that'll be a factor if they do come in to get tires?
Well, I think it will. You know, pit selection, that plays a role about everywhere we go. But I think with possibly only one pit stop, yeah, pit selection I think will be awfully important.
20 laps. Yellow flag laps count in segment 1. They'll wave the caution flag. You can pit if you want, but you give up your track position if you do. And then 20 green flag laps only. Optional pit stop. Regular pit road rules apply. But the big difference, all restarts tonight double file. So if the caution comes out in your 12th, you restart 6th outside.
I love that. But here's the other thing I love too. This is a tire from Vegas. This was an awesome tire at Vegas. Watch that truck race last night. This was an awesome tire last night. It never gave up.
Tell you what I'm going to be watching. I'm going to be watching some of these guys at the back like Brian Vickers, Jamie McMurray, Reed Sorensen. I think they're going to have to go, and they're going to have to go hard, fast, early because of the draw being at the back of this field.
Coming to green for the first of 2 20-lap segments in the sprint showdown. Pace car dives from pit road. David Stremme and Dave Blaney will bring them down to the green. And we're racing on All-Star Night in Charlotte.
It's going to be interesting to see, Larry, right on the get-go, if the guy that gets out front, it's like he's done everywhere we've been, just pulls away and leaves everybody.
Riggs slid back a bit there in turn 1, the 36.
Yeah, he did not get through 1 and 2 good at all. You see Allmendinger in that 44 car pulling up alongside. But Stremme really got a good run off turn 2. But now Blaney's fighting back off of 4.
Stremme leads them to the line for lap 1, 3 wide in 2 places midfield. As you're right, the fellows who started in back with fast cars are wasting no time trying to get to the front.
I'm going to tell you what, Scott Riggs in the 36 and Matt Pappas in the 13, they are stacking up behind him. They can't get through the corner or get off the corner.
They're in bad shape here. But I tell you what we got up front, guys. Look at that. Look at this. Dave Blaney. I bet Phil Parsons is about right. Oh, we got a car around in the middle of 3 and 4, guys.
Car sliding to the bottom of the racetrack, turn 4, and that's Tony Raines.
And caution will fly.
Raines substituting for John Andretti, who's up at Indianapolis trying to make it into the 500 for Richard Petty.
There. I don't know what the hell happened there.
Sometimes that's just how the driver feels. He just doesn't know what happened. Uh-oh. Got some contact there.
Yeah, that's Carl Long, the green car.
Guys, I know who I think is going to be really glad this caution came out. Scott Riggs in that 36. I watched him through 3 and 4 that time. He did everything but take the wall down.
It's almost, Larry, as if he started this race with no air pressure in the tires.
You got to start this race like it's a qualifying run. I got to tell you.
Tommy Baldwin, Riggs owner.
But you know what? I was really surprised. Dave Blaney in that 66 car. I mean, he was all over the 12 trying to get the lead. That's that old Red Rock car, Red Rock Ron. Got a car around there.